Yay!
Whoa!
We're live.
We are live.
Wow.
We're back.
We're back. I'm back.
You are. You are back.
I'm back. Yes.
The fake wizard has returned. He's back in the studio, back in the wizard spire.
Yeah, man. We missed a bunch of shows and I missed shows. I wasn't happy about that. I don't like missing shows. And I don't like missing time slots, but we're back. And it's fake wizard news time.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know. Do I sound good? Does my audio sound good, Tom?
You sound great. You do sound good. I'm waiting to see. Usually chat lets us know if we're sounding a little bit off. If
I sound like poo.
You know, StreamYard is what a client it is. What a client it is to stream off of.
Seriously.
Because sometimes I remember it was 2 weeks ago. I was coming in hot and then I fixed it, and then it's like everyone's like, Tom, your mic's way too low. It's way too low now. I'm like, what is this? What's the deal
and what's
with
crazy is it was like too loud for us, but then it was too low for everybody else. Or hey, yesterday we were streaming, and on my screen it looks great, but to everybody else out there, I look like I was streaming on a potato.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. StreamYard is the worst, man. StreamYard is there. Look, I've upgraded my. I should be in total 60 frames per second now. I've upgraded my cable that I'm using for my camera. I got a different mic now, and
yeah.
Hey, look, we're and we have a show, and the panel's a little light today, but we do have a show. So, Tom, why don't we get to talking to the people, and then we'll get into our show.
Oh, of course. Let's get to the chat.
Yeah.
We got
what are the people saying?
The late plug of Muddy Waters for a twofer.
Oh, jeez.
Message sent from the Holy Land Hypno Raid.
Yes, shout out to the bigot army. I see you guys out there, and I see Hypnotic himself. Holy shit! Look at Wizard's mic. That is insane. Griff your money coming in strong. No, okay. So actually, this microphone is cheaper than the Shure SM7DB. It is. It's $100 cheap. Did you set that up?
Yeah.
Oh, you're using the other mic?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you set it up. I didn't know it was going to work.
Yeah. It technically doesn't need.
Yeah.
So it's funny. It doesn't need phantom power. If you want to turn on the auto thing, it needs phantom power, but you can use it like a regular SM7B. And also, my mixer does have phantom power, so I was able to turn it on. So that's not an issue.
Oh, all right. So you hooked it right into the mixer. That's cool.
Yeah. So we're both on new tech today, and we're if we're sounding a little bit weird or we're sounding bad, please let us know so we can try to fix it. But from how you sound on my end and hopefully how I sound on your end, we're really making sure that we're the most professional stream on the internet. All right.
Yeah, literally doing tech work with you guys in real time.
That's which
is the best place to do it.
You know, like when you go to a theater play and they're like, "Hey guys, is this coming in good?" That's very professional.
Yeah, seriously, the most professional stream on the planet would be doing sound check as you're live. But we are live, and wow.
We are. We got another one coming in. We got Flying Blind on a rocket cycle for a 2 for the Grift Fund.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Well,
I will accept it happily.
And joining us as a new member, we have SS97 Sephiroth joining the membership.
Sephiroth. Welcome to the membership. But the implication is that it's Sephiroth. SS97 Sephiroth. Cool.
Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining. Kaz says, can we set a goal for Wiz and Tom doing cute anime girl poses?
Oh, boy.
Wow. There's not enough money in the world for that. But we like the enthusiasm. We're having fun. We have fun.
250.
No. No. Wait. What are you doing? No. You were going to say 400 and then you devalued it to 250. You know somebody's going to drop that right now, right? We have over 300 people watching around the world.
All right, my price is no, I'm just kidding.
Don't kid. People, hey, don't mess with the chat. They will deliver. And then that's going to be bad.
I don't know. I would do some JoJo poses. They're not cute though, but I do those the JoJo poses.
Oh, sweet heavens. Tom, let's get to the news.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's get
to the news before we get in trouble here. Does not understand the internet enough yet.
Get that out of here.
All right, what's the news today?
So we're talking about Mina the Hollower. It came out on the 29th. It came out on Friday. It was developed and made by Yacht Club Games, who, if you don't know, they did the Shovel Knight games. So this is their new game after, I want to say, it's been a long time coming. This game was
been a few
up
years.
for Kickstarter. It was up for Kickstarter, I want to say like 2023, 2022. So it's been a little bit of time before this came out. And so this was an interview they did, and they went on record saying, I don't think we can ask people to pay $30 for a pixel art game. How Mina the Hollower's modest $20 price point may have saved developer Yacht Club Games. So in the pretense to this, they had been saying, hey, we're not doing the best right now. You know, this was a make it or break it game for them, where if this game did not succeed, they would have probably fallen under. And so part of this article is them going into, well, how did it do? And the switch up of what their price point was. So I'm going to get into it. I'm going to skip around a little bit because I did read this a little bit, into it. But starting out, Mina the Hollower sold 300,000 copies in 3 days over its launch weekend, with developer Yacht Club Games assuring it is going to be fine after previously saying this game would be make or break for the studio. Sharing these latest sales figures, Yacht Club Games studio founder Sean Velasco and lead programmer David D'Angelo tell me it's pretty cool to see Mina the Hollower reaching audiences the way it has, with praise being bestowed upon it across the industry. When I jokingly tell the duo they are allowed to be excited about reaching such an impressive sales milestone already, as a reminder, Mina the Hollower only released on Friday, the 29th of May, they laugh. We can never be excited, D'Angelo says with a playful grin. It's always how can we sell more? People in China aren't buying it. France's numbers are really low. So how do we get the French to buy it? Velasco chimes in. Yeah, how come Eugenics sold so good and 007 sold 1.5 million in a day? What are we doing wrong? D'Angelo adds in good humor. So part of this is, continuing on. Even so, 300,000 copies sold is certainly not a figure to be sniffed at. In December, Velasco called Mina's release a make-or-break moment for Yacht Club Games, saying if the studio only sold 100,000 copies, it would be in trouble. However, if it managed to sell over 200,000, that would be really, really great. Thankfully, it has already surpassed that figure. So, pulling back for just a second, this game came out. It has gotten extremely well, high-value scores. IGN gave it a 10. I think on not Game Informer, one of the places it is currently the highest rated game of 2026 so far. So people unanimously are saying, hey, this is a really good game. I have played it. I haven't finished it. We're going to be doing a review on it on the Fake Wizard channel, but I can say this game, I don't know if it's barbecue, I don't know if it's ranch, I don't know if it's marinara. This game's got sauce. This game slaps. I really enjoy it. It is it's your Game Boy Advanced, it's your Game Boy Legend of Zelda style gameplay, but thrown in with like Castlevania and Bloodborne elements. It is a unique experience. It's something that feels like the highest point of this type of game. It's awesome. I recommend it. And it's really cool to see it actually succeeding. Although when you hear like 300,000 compared to other things, you're like, oh, that's not as big as you kind of thought it would be.
Yeah, that's kind of a low number. especially when, now correct me if I'm wrong, this is the company behind Shovel Knight, no?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, so Shovel Knight's a pretty big name. That was a big Nintendo title. It was they had amiibos for it. It was a multi-platform. It's a pretty well-known name, even if you haven't played it. It's a pretty big game. So for them to be releasing this, and this is the kind of long-awaited sequel that was supposed to be a big deal, only selling 300,000 copies. That's on the low end for something like this, especially when I'm comparing it to something like Silk Song, which just sold gangbusters, like immediately, right? There's usually the argument that I make often where it's if a game prices itself lower, it will sell more in volume, right? Which is something we routinely see in games. But this is the first time we're seeing something that is actually the antithesis to that discussion point. I often believe, if Grand Theft Auto was to drop GTA 6 for $60, like that's crazy, and it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it were to happen, you would sell even more in volume than you're already going to sell at 70 or hopefully not 80, right? But it would just be better. For this to be dropping down to $20, I don't think that's a good sign. Something has gone wrong. Maybe it is the IGN angle of it. I'd like to pull that up in a second when we get to it. But I have it here. We could pull it up.
So
there is
yeah.
So there is the review glazing problem. There's also the no marketing problem, which I think we should get into. But then maybe is there too many games out right now? Or, is there just too many other things to play? Is everybody too busy playing 007 First Light, Tom? What's the deal?
I don't think it's that. I
don't think it is either.
You just mentioned the couple of things that I think is holding this game back. And I do want to also clarify the point. It's not that they had it set for 30 at launch and then they dropped it down to 20. It was internally, they were originally going to sell it for 30 and they went, nah, we're going to sell it at 20. So this is, getting into it. But while critical acclaim has no doubt played a large part in the game's commercial success, another indisputable contributor to Mina the Holloware's popularity is its price tag. In the UK, Mina the Holloware is £17.75. In the US, it is $20. Given how much pressure there was on the game to do well ahead of its release, what made the developer risk going in a lower price bracket? Quote, we are generally like, let's price things high, D'Angelo replies. That's our attitude. Games are worth more money than people are paying for them. We try not to discount our games. So we thought Mina the Holloware was going to be a $30 game. However, when the time came to put the price on the various storefronts, the development team came to the conclusion $30 would be too expensive. Everyone was like, I don't think it can be $30. No one has money right now. The state of the world is essentially, I don't think we can ask people to pay $30 for a pixel art game. D'Angelo explains, it's too much. So this was a internal thing of going, all right, guys, we're going to do 30. But then they looked back and went, actually, if we want this to be a success, we need to bring it down to 20 because 30 is going to be too high of a price point for people with the type of game this is. And it's crazy because, they say here, as well as an appreciation of the political climate to the studio was releasing its game into, D'Angelo and Velasco admit they also want to price Mina the Holloware at a point where it's a no-brainer for people to buy it on release. It's a great game. It has 20 to 30 hours of content. So for $20, it's a steal, I think. Here's a game, they've spent years making it. They've spent years building it up. It's got a ton of features, got a ton of things. So having the hindsight to be like, hey, we should probably not, all I can think, the reason why I wanted to talk about this specifically on live today is how many times do we talk about AAA big games, Microsoft Studios, Sony going, all right, this game is going to be released at $70. We've talked about several games that we've played that we go, $70 is not worth it. Why can't we why isn't this type of thought process in the other parts of the industry more frequently? Where they're going, hey, this game, the people buying games right now are kind of cutting it tight. It would be more successful to us to shift the price down to be at an approachable level. You know, we talked about it on stream several times about how if GTA 6 releases at 60, they're going to have massive, like everyone is going to buy it. Everyone's going to buy it. Everyone's saying, oh, everyone's going to buy it. Well, now you're going to be catering to people that were on the fence about it, going, well, now I have to get it. It's only $60. You know, I think it's
right. It becomes an impulse decision then. At $70, unless you're a content creator like us, and even look, I look at some of these games that we pick up, and it's like, you know, we spent $20 on Mixtape a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I don't want to buy this, but we got to review it. And so, like, for us, we almost have like we almost have to buy this stuff so we can properly review it. But if you're a regular average gamer, you look at the price tags of these games, there is no rush to get Pragmata or 007 or like there's all of these games that happen to be very good, but there's just no reason to like race out to buy them at full $70 price, right? At $60, I could say like, hey, you know, it's a little bit more of an impulse decision. But $70 is just such a high price point that I think it's absurd. I think it's absurd. And I like both of those games that I just named. Like, I actually enjoy those games. We'll talk more about that later on with 007. But like, yeah, pricing is very, very, very sensitive right now. There's too many games available. Not that I'm saying there should be less games. There's a lot of games available. The economy is not in a good place around the world. And the pricing of video games keeps going up. So I don't know. I think with something like this, okay, like I could say I very much appreciate them dropping it to $20. I like that they did that. But the real question is are they winning here, Tom? I'm not entirely familiar with this company. I know you are, and I know you've played the game. What's going on here? Is 300,000 units enough for them? Or because normally that seems like it's not a good thing to me.
So they said, I said in the beginning how it was, they made the statement, if we only sell 100,000, we're in trouble. If we get over 200,000, we'll be good. So them already hitting 300,000 is like, okay, they're going to be doing good. I have a very strong feeling that this game is going to be, people are going to be talking about it. People are going to be talking about word of mouth is going to build it up until it eventually does hit that point where you're going to see I think, because again, it only released on Friday. So it's Wednesday now. I have a feeling by probably next week, I could see it going up. I could see there being a very good dip in it, especially with it being $20. I've seen what they've been doing is they've been doing a lot of bundles with other games where it's like, hey, you know, they mentioned Mugenics earlier. I'm pretty sure there's a Mugenics and Mina bundle you can get on Steam right now or on other platforms. So they are taking measures to try and do it. I think the reason why it's only at 300,000 right now is there was very, very little marketing to this game. I knew about it because I really love the Shovel Knight games. I like Yacht Club games as a studio. But as a, you know, if I wasn't already in the Kickstarter, I wouldn't have known that this thing was out yet until I saw someone post about it on Twitter, you know, and then no one really knows. And then, so you have the Steam charts up here. This is coming in, I think, lower than Mouse PI did.
Yeah, actually, I'm really glad you said that because I queued that up here for us. So yeah, Mouse PI all-time peak was 13,000, and not to say it fizzled out, because I do think that this is going to be a game that, as you were saying, continues to sell over time. Like, I think Mouse PI goes on sale soon. And we also know they broke even. Like, Mouse PI officially broke even. They sold enough. They still haven't pushed out the physical editions. But basically, everything moving forward, every sale for Mouse PI moving forward is gravy. It's profit. Yes. Like, Mouse PI has broken even. We don't know what the budgets are in comparison to something like Mina the Hollower here. That's why I'm so, like, kind of curious as to if their numbers are enough. Because if we snap back over here, you know, yeah, they've got 7,800 people playing right now. The game just came out, right? So the drop off for Mouse PI is way different. does this game have legs? That's my question for this. And unfortunately, with something like, and we're going to have to wait and see. So this is pure speculation with what I'm about to say. But if we look at something like IGN here, IGN has become the Jim Cramer of video games. Okay, and many of these publications are. Many of the publications in the review platforms have truly become the opposite. They have the opposite effect. Whereas when IGN or any publication gives something a 10, that used to mean this game is incredible. But unfortunately, IGN and platforms like it have sold their souls. They've sold out. They gave Mixtape a 10. Okay, well,
Yes.
Mixtape was not even a game to be. It should not have been considered a game to have been reviewed in the way that it was. And everybody was giving Mixtape the 10. It's a 10. It's a 9. It's a 10. It's a 10. Mixtape is, if I'm not mistaken, the highest reviewed game of 2026 right now by the trades.
I think this game beat that out.
Oh, if Mina beat it, then that's good, because Mixtape doesn't deserve it.
But that's where I would say there probably is a good amount of people that saw these high reviews and went, oh, this is going to be another not good game.
Right.
Okay, that means it's like the 10 now means, okay, it's not good, which in this case is blatantly not true. This is a very, very good game. So now, like, you're having where it is almost bad for something to score too high. Mouse PI was given, I think, a 7 or something. It was given a 7.
Oh, yeah. It was given low because it was too cheesy.
Too cheesy. Oh, too many cheese puns in the rat game. Oh, that's how to get a 7 right now. So people are looking at the review scores and going like, okay, 7 is actually worth buying. Anything above that is probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I also want to point out, we had Hypnotic in the chat here, says there is 1,000% a correlation between the massive rise of Steam's user base over the past few years and the massive decline in people buying full price video games. Yeah, 100%. See, that's another point of it. It's not that people aren't buying games anymore. It's that people aren't buying full priced video games anymore. What's the upside? Why? There's no multiplayer incentive, right away. Like James Bond, there's no multiplayer. Pragmata, there's no multiplayer. Resident Evil Requiem, no multiplayer. Okay, so that means your friends aren't playing it right away. That means there's no race for you to get it immediately. And you know that they're good games, so they're worth playing and buying eventually, right? They're worth getting and playing when they're on sale. Black Friday is going to roll around. Amazon Prime Day is going to roll around. Shout out to Optimus Prime for sacrificing himself so we can get Prime Day once or twice a year. There's going to be sales that give people reasons to, like, that's when you buy your games. There's no reason to pay full price.
Well, it's a great point, because that is our review for the Lego Batman game that just came out. It is, hey,
yes,
wait for this to be on sale. Don't buy it right now at full price.
Right. The Lego Batman game, yeah, we enjoyed it. It's not worth $70 at all.
No,
I think it's that's a little crazy. So, back to your article here. Is the direction that they have taken here, in your professional opinion, a good choice? Have they made the right call with what they've been doing with their game?
I think so. I actually do think that this being $20 is an easier sell than 30. And I think that is something that they're going to see over time. Because, all I can think is that it's like, okay, what sold for $20 that was a huge indie success? Silksong. Hollow Knight Silksong was $20. And that blew up. The reason why I think we're seeing this is the lull and it's going to spike up after good word of mouth goes around, after people see, oh, I can pick that up for $20, I think is going to just be the good word of mouth, because Hollow Knight Silksong had years and years of buildup. There was a community behind it. Every single time there was like a direct or something, you'd have people in chat going, when Silksong? They kind of Streisand it a little bit, because I think it was in one of the Xbox showcases, it said like, oh, coming out later this year, and it didn't come out for another 2 years. So there was a little bit of a, it was in the zeitgeist constantly whenever there was a big showcase event. People were talking about Silksong. Are they going to announce it? Are we going to get a date for it? I think it was when the Switch said it, when the Switch 2 did the announcement, and they said like, hey, Silksong is going to drop 2025. People blew up. This didn't have that. It was in your inner circles, the really niche communities that knew, hey, this game's coming out and it's going to be like a banger. Like, you should check it out. I think once the word of mouth gets around, when some of the big YouTubers start talking about it and being like, hey, I just played this, or I played it on stream, people are going to go, all right, I got to pick that up. Because I've had the personal effect. I've talked to people that are gamers, and I go, hey, did you pick up Mina, the Hollower yet? And they went, I don't know what that is. And I went, really? Like, that has happened to me multiple times where I have said, hey, did you pick it up yet? Did you see it finally came out? And they went, I don't know what that is. And these are people who are in the know. Like, these are people who played Silksong. These are people who played all these other games, but they did not do a good job at marketing it. So they're saying that they're good right now. They are happy with where they are at 300,000. But even in the beginning of the article, they say, like, how do we get this to 1 million units sold? It's not doing well in France. How do we sell better to France? So they are looking at it from the angle of like, okay, how can we pivot to make people get it? I think, I'm saying it right now. We're going to do a review on it. I think this is awesome. You should totally check it out. Definitely look in to see if it is the type of game that you would enjoy. But I think I'm going to say this right now. This is a Game of the Year contender. I really do think this is a Game of the Year contender. I'll further explain that at another point in time. But I have a feeling that it is going to be, we're going to see that number spike up once good word of mouth gets around about it.
Yeah, I think it's really something to be said that the Shovel Knight sequel, the long-awaited sequel from the team behind Shovel Knight, didn't sell like 1 million units. There was Shovel Knight toys and plushies and merchandise, and I mean, Shovel Knight was a big deal for a long time, and I'm just shocked to see, it's only sold 300,000. Normally, we don't hear when something is sold under 1 million. So I think there's something to be said there. But with that, Tom, let's get back to the chat.
Yeah, let's get back to the chat. Alrighty, let's get over here. We got Caveman EXE joining as the membership. Thank you, Caveman EXE. Welcome
to the membership.
We got Peace with War for 20. Fake
Peace
Wizards
with War
Live
dropping
membership.
20
banger.
I love that clip. Thank you, Peace with War. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yes, thank you. Then we got Gore Weaver joining the membership as well. Thank you, Gore Weaver.
As well. Shout out.
And then we got Giggles I Jest for a twofer. Wiz currently trying Fluxer as Discord alternative.
Okay, so that's I hope it goes well. I hope you enjoy it, and it's a good alternative. So it's funny. I had a meeting last weekend with some individuals that might be developing a really interesting alternative to Discord for like content creators. And it would be really neat. So I can't really talk about it yet, mostly because it's still early on in active development. But I'm hoping to be supportive on that team, and I might have some news on that sooner than later. And it will be really, really cool. I've seen it in action. I really liked it. Conversations are being had. Sky's the limit. The future is so bright. I need to wear shades. I'll put it that way. I think that's a pretty good setup. It's a little cringe, but it's a pretty good setup. Yep. And we got Photon Empress out there says, wait, this isn't the Empire. What's going on? Where am I? You are here on Fake Wizards Live. You're here on the other channel. There is no M4 Empire today, or at
Well, they're
least
still
I
there.
don't know if
We're just not streaming with them.
we're just not streaming with Marvin. Okay, the beard is like really tickling my nose today. I don't like it at all. I don't like it.
It
wow.
is probably a and having it on the
That's
face.
just making it worse.
Yes.
That is making it worse. Yes.
Probably that.
If you thought I looked a little more red than normal, it's because I was very badly sunburned. Like, you can still see it on my hands and my arms a bit. I was very badly sunburned. I didn't realize that going to Dollywood and Tennessee was like I turned into a vampire. I did not know. I did not know that the sun is as vicious as it's worse than Florida. Okay. Wow. Tennessee is brutal.
The wizard got to Dollywood and it was like the Ash baby meme. It was the sun was that bright. Just
Mina says false pragmata, Crimson Desert full price sold games. Okay. Pragmata sold well enough. It was a $60 game. Crimson Desert full price sold games. I'm not saying it doesn't sell well. I'm saying there's plenty of people that will wait to buy things on sale. And personally, I wish I waited for Crimson Desert and got it on sale later on, because then I might have had a better experience with it, because I was playing it on PS5 and the experience that I had was garbage. I had a garbage time with Crimson Desert. I shared footage of it, of what I was seeing on my screen. I can't see the screen. The lighting was a mess. I had it on day one. Have they done patches since? Of course they have. But I wanted the better experience for $70 that I spent. So there you go. There's another reason to not buy on day one. There's another reason to not pre-order, because companies are shipping broken or incomplete games now. So I know a lot of people loved Crimson Desert, man. I haven't gone back to play it because I don't have the time. I was hoping to fall in love with it immediately.
Was Pragmata 60 or 50? Wasn't it 50?
No, it was 60.
Was it 60?
It was 60.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was 50 because that's where people are like, oh, it's actually cheaper than normal. Like it's even
60, man.
Rats. Okay.
Also coming in over on the YouTube, Cappy for Cappy 3020 sent a laughing disco for 250 jewels. Thank you for that. It's very kind of you.
Why, thank you, Cappy.
Tom, with that, because we got a lot of news topics we got to cover. We're already 35 minutes in. We got a lot of news today. Let's get back to the news.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Crumbl Dirty Soda packs staggering 186 grams of sugar in one serving.
Oh my good gosh, man. This is crazy. This one's a little insane. The dirty soda craze, which personally I will blame ignorantly on Mormon wives. Okay, the Mormon housewives show. There was, swig break, like that whole kind of culture there has created the dirty soda movement, at least as far as I'm concerned. And now we have Crumbl Cookie, which what Crumbl Cookie makes is just not good for anybody. Okay, those Crumbl Cookies are poison. With the amount of sugar that they have in them, they're not healthy for human consumption. And now they are shipping a dirty soda. Tom, take us through this here, because this is insane.
Let's get straight into it. Crumbl Cookies has launched a line of customizable dirty sodas that has drawn attention for extremely high sugar content, with one popular 32-ounce option containing 186 grams of sugar, nearly half a pound. The drink in question, known as The drink in question, known as Crazy Cousins, combines Red Bull, Mountain Dew, pineapple, strawberry puree, and coconut cream.
We skipped over the half a pound of sugar part. That's a lot of sugar.
I feel like if you were at a buddy's house and you saw them crack open a Red Bull, pour it in their cup, and then take Mountain Dew and start pouring, right after that, you need to call the police. because that is something is wrong. Something is wrong. You need to do it out of the goodness, like out of your concern for your friends. You need to be like, you are going to die. Don't drink that. You can't do that. But then also having pineapple, strawberry puree, and coconut cream delivers approximately 840 calories and more than 5 times the recommended daily sugar intake for an average adult. The Red Bull and the Mountain Dew is what's getting me here.
The Red Bull and the Mountain Dew means that you're also overloading this thing with caffeine. So you're speeding up your heart rate while also injecting quite a bit of sugar into your bloodstream. Wow.
This is one of those drinks you take. You're like, I'm having chest pains.
Well, you remember the Pepsi Nitro, and it had, like the Nitro Pepsi, and I think that's discontinued now. But like, it was an interesting idea of how it was like, hey, you know how people enjoy Guinness, like the Guinness cans, and cracking a Guinness open. Okay, so we're gonna make a Pepsi that's Guinness, but we're gonna overload it with contents that whoever drinks this has an immediate panic attack. You're going to experience. I
hate that you brought that up because that happened to me. I was like, oh, I'm not feeling too good. Oh, I'm having chest pains, and it's like, what did you do? I had one of these.
I like to partake in the energy drinks from time to time. Personally, my favorite is the Reign company, the Reign branded energy drinks, because originally Reign was a pre-workout from back in the day, and they sold flavors like battery acid, like liquid tar as a pre-workout, and it was like that was their thing. And then they ended up shifting it into like, hey, actually it's orange dreamsicle and it comes in a can. I'm like, I like that more, Reign. That's a good switch from battery acid, 3-day old battery acid. That's fun. But okay, so look, this is not good for anybody, and this is the swig break gone for far too long. It's gone off it's gone off the train tracks here, man. Let's continue this article though.
For comparison, that's roughly equivalent to the sugar in 5 cans of Cokes, or about 19 Krispy Kreme donuts.
No, 19 donuts.
I don't know how true that is.
It's got to be true. It's probably true.
This is an actual just like news post, so I have to believe
we read it on the internet.
True.
It's got to be true. Everything on the internet is true, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 19. I'd rather have the donuts.
Yeah, but you'd have 2 donuts and be like, I can't have any more donuts. That's good for me. 19?
Yeah, but you could come back later for more donuts versus you just had the one drink and you're like, I'm dead. Bury me. I'm dead. I'm gonna pick out my coffin. Or you know what? Better, because I'm so overloaded with sugar, put me in one of those pods and then plant me so I could turn into a tree. And it's gonna be like the healthiest tree in the neighborhood because you're just overloaded with sugar. Because that's what happens to you after you drink this.
Or just hospital ambulance. that is just the laying on the couch in the like you're Peter Griffin on the floor just like Crumbl, best known for its weekly rotating gourmet that's a phrase, gourmet cookies, expanded into the dirty soda category, a trend popularized in Utah. Offering dozens of flavor combinations, customers can mix sodas, energy drinks, syrups, purees, and creams, while some lower sugar and diet-friendly options exist with as little as 5 grams of sugar. It's okay. Not everything is, 19 Krispy Kreme donuts. Some of them are as low as 5. It's all right.
Okay.
Granted, that's just a little cup of water.
You want to know stuff? Do you want to know something else that's insane, Tom? And it ties into this, but it just proves that whoever is behind the dirty soda trend is just trying to kill stupid Americans, you and I included. Because if we look over here, and you don't know this, you don't know what I'm about to bring up, but you're not going to like it. If we pull up Taco Bell and the Mountain Dew Baja Midnight Dirty Soda, which made you and I both very sick, turns out there is 120 grams of sugar in one of those.
You want to know something crazy? You want to know something crazy? When I was trying to find the article for this, I pulled up the Mountain Dew. I literally pulled up the Mountain Dew nutrition facts to try and find, like, okay, well, I know this is a dirty soda, so what's the number on that? That's not even 180. Oh my gosh, the Baja Blast.
Yeah. But like, it was not good. It was not a good experience. Like, we were both like, okay, the day is over. It's like 3 p.m., but the day is over because we had the Mountain Dew.
I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I thought I was dying. That was the after effect of the dirty Baja Blast. I was pacing around my room going like, "Whoa, do I gotta go to the hospital? Holy crap, something's wrong." Like you ever eat something and your body just like, you just feel the wave of like, something's wrong. Something is definitely wrong. I was like in the like I never want to do that again. I never want to do that, because the problem with the dirty sodas is the coconut cream they use, it like curdles. Like if you leave it out too long, it starts to like dissipate, and just it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, you need to chug a dirty soda to have like the full nice effect of it. Because if you leave it out for like a little bit too long, it is separated. It is grainy. It's gross. It's gross.
And it was 7 donuts worth. This is the Mountain Dew Baja Midnight is worth 7 donuts. But this is nuts, man. But this is like, we wanted to talk about this because that Crumbl Cookie thing, it was like, yes, it's a half a pound of sugar in a single drink. Do you remember the Panera Bread lemonade that like was putting people in hospitals because it had so much caffeine in it and nobody knew? I feel like we're on the same playing field of that. Like, we're at that level of controversy now, but it's with the dirty sodas. And people don't know. We didn't know. We were like, hey, it's the dirty soda. Like, swig break, like, that's the meme. Like, we're in on it with the meme. If we knew what the sugar content was in this, we wouldn't have got it.
Yes. Yeah. I wanna pull up, because I have it here. I have the different options that you can get at Crumbl.
Oh my gosh.
So you could let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. You can do Dr. Pepper. They got Dr. Pepper. They got Coke, Diet Coke, Mellow Yellow, Sprite, root beer, Minute Maid. But that's where it's down here is it's Crazy Cousins. That's the one that is the
for $6.26 you could poison yourself with diabetes.
Here's the crazy thing. I don't think I can see it here. I don't think it's here. There is a build your own option. So theoretically, you could go in here and order a specific set of things and possibly exceed this amount.
But we won't do that, because I think this whole controversy here is the corporations are attempting to conduct some kind of demonic ritual, some kind of pagan ritual, right? That's what's really happening around the world. That's what we're experiencing. We are part of, if you drink this, you are a conduit that is involved in a pagan ritual that is entirely angled to summon the ghost of Wimford Brimley. That is what they are attempting to do. They are trying to revivify Wilford Brimley, because they got to put him back on TV. We got to advocate for the diabetes medicine. And who better than the ghost of Wimford Brimley? That's right, diabetes.
I mean, it's... Yeah.
All right. So what are the options if we were to make it ourselves?
So we could maybe you can't combine drinks, but you 32 ounces is $3.59 for the create your own. You could no ice, light ice, regular ice. Oh, they got all the ice options. All the
extra
ice.
Right, yes. I want
ice is
all
here.
of the ice so that I am buying no drink and spending more money. Ice is a grift. I fully believe it. Ice is a grift.
Put that on a shirt. Ice is a grift. Dr. Pepper.
Hey, it'll sell in certain communities, okay? Ice is a grift. You'll make gangbusters in certain political communities.
So it looks like they're teamed up with the like Coke line of products. You got Dr. Pepper, Coke, Sprite, orange Fanta, root beer, water, soda water. But you got it's all the syrups. That's what kills you is the syrups. You got all the different. You got butterscotch, cookie butter, cranberry, sugar-free. Oh, they do have sugar-free options. And then they have the cream. So you got you have heavy cream.
Yeah. Most of these are loaded with heavy cream, dude. Yeah.
Ooh.
So is the Taco Bell Mountain Dew.
Oh, that was milk?
Yeah, there's heavy cream in there. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was I thought all the cream.
That's why it curdles. That's why it curdled.
Oh my gosh! Here I am thinking that they're using Coke. Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah, no.
That also makes sense why I thought I was dying. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You got your different purees, and it's okay. You could throw a little lime or a lemon on it. Oh, and you could have a dash of another thing. Okay, so maybe you can't. It seems that the Red Bull is, you have to order the Red Bull specifically. You can't throw that in on your create your own. But yeah.
No, dude, no. Too much sugar. It's not good.
Do you remember when you were younger and there would be all of those like health PSAs on TV talking about make sure your kids aren't drinking, heavily sugary drinks. There's the one on the old things. There used to be the one thing of like the kid at his grandma's house and he was being like really lazy and he calls his grandma at the end and be like, "Hey grandma, how about another grape soda?" Do you remember what
I don't remember that at all. I think you made that up. I have no idea.
No, because it's this kid. He's like playing on the computer, and then it's like, oh, take the dog for a walk, and he just has the dog on the treadmill, and it ends with him calling his grandma, and the grandma gets up to move to the phone, and she goes, "Yes," and he goes, "Hey grandma, how about another grape soda?" And then she does the look of like disgust to the camera, and the whole thing was that it's like, hey, make sure your kids are moving. Make sure your kids aren't just like drinking soda and being inside all the time. Like, get your kids out, get your kids active. Have we just lost? Do they not play anything like that anymore now? I see people in chat being like, "Yeah, I remember that."
I see Mandela effect never happened.
No, people are telling me. I'm seeing it. You can't lie to me. No, they're. Where has that gone? Where has that gone?
I think I found it. The title.
Did you find it?
Chubby Grape Soda Kid is the title of the video.
It probably is.
All right, wait. I got it here. I got it here. We're gonna watch it in real time.
Yes, there it is.
All right. Let's see. You got the audio?
Winston,
yeah.
Just one more inning, Grandma.
Ever notice how many things today kids can do without actually moving? A whole lot of things their parents used to do the hard way. So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part, which makes exercise even more important for children. In fact, new research tells us the best time to enhance bone development is during childhood and adolescence. And just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Healthy bones come from healthy habits.
Wait. You got Grandma back there. Is there no one else in this house? I've never seen this before.
How have you never seen this?
I have never seen this before.
Urge your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another crate soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids. From
She gives the. I love the look she gives. Just,
This is this is how your family looks at you when you order the Crumbl cookie drink. Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
I can't believe you've never seen
Judgy
that before.
grandma. I've never seen this before. No, just look at that face. Oh no. Yeah, I miss commercials like that. I miss commercials like this too. They were like, this feels like a 90s commercial. But it wouldn't have been. It would have been like it would have been like a 2000s commercial because he's got, look at the phone. I mean, yeah, this is.
This would have been early 2000s. This is definitely early 2000s. This is. I'm going to say this is probably pre 2010.
I don't know, but I'm impressed. And look, that's just the way it is now. When we've got Crumbl cookie drinks that are just straight bad for the body, straight poison. Although everything at Crumbl Cookie is not good for you. Like, it is not. You should not put anything from Crumbl Cookies in your body. They are just not good. So I don't know, man, but this is interesting, and I think people need to stay informed because no one really knows. Like the whole dirty soda craze, we literally fell for it. It is so overloaded in stuff that will make you feel terrible, and no one knows. I don't know how people are getting addicted to this. Like, I'm so serious. The craze started in Utah. It's like, how could you drink this stuff and have a productive day afterwards? We couldn't. Like, I don't know, man. I'd rather have the donuts.
I think in the way that you have people who are addicted to caffeine, you have people who are addicted to sugar. I really think that's what it turns into. What is I think there was a Tyler Oliveira video asking people about their soda addiction. You know, there was a specific town of like
that was a good video.
But it ties exactly into this. People are ordering, you know, I think the biggest size here is what, 32 ounces. People are ordering 64 ounces. You know, some people are like, oh yeah, I get through, like, you know, their entire trunk is full of cans of soda, and they're like, yeah, this will last me about 2 days. It's like, what are you doing? I think it's an addiction. It's an actual soda addiction where it's, if they don't have it, it's the opposite of like, we have it and we're like, I can't do anything. It's if I don't have it, I can't do anything.
I think that's crazy. That's nuts, man. But now you know a little bit more about how the food industry is poisoning us. Back to you. Tom, let's get back to the people.
Let's get back to the chat. Okay, getting back to you guys. We got the late plug of Muddy Waters for a twofer. I played on PS5 and had a terrible experience.
Okay, I've talked about this. I don't have a working PC that's good enough for gaming. I need to be able to make videos. I need to be able to work. And as soon as I start turning on any games on my computer, it decides you're going to have a bad day. So I can't play PC games, which is why I'm excited for the Steam machine. And I hope it's not too expensive because I'd like to get it.
With the conversations and the panel we had last week talking about it, them jumping up in the Steam Deck price, it's we'll have to see. Right. We'll have to see. Let's see. We got Bros Pros 6327 for a $5. I saw that your tweet about your PS5 lockout was trending on X. To add to the Hollower discussion, I straight up didn't hear about it till today. Wild.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the 5. And yes, I was locked out. I loaded the game before I left. I went to a hotel. Could not play the game. Needed to have the DRM check for the game. And people wanted to look. People were just screaming at me in the. I actually muted that one because I was like, all right, I have some other tweets that I actually want notification. I didn't realize that tweet was going to explode, and it did. It exploded, and there was a lot of negativity. A lot of people were not happy with me. They were like, just connected to the internet. Just connected to the internet. Just connected to the internet. Hey, screw you, buddy. I paid for the product. I installed the product. Why can I not access the product that I bought? Oh, you got to connect to the internet. What are you talking about? I got to connect it to the internet. I don't have to connect it to anything. But anyway, thank you for that. Yes.
Yes. And thank you for the 5. We got Kyle Hip Chen 1677 for a $4.99. If your heart doesn't explode, the diabetes will get you.
That is how it is with a lot of things. That is how it is here. You know, in America. If your heart don't explode, diabetes will get you.
The doctor said my blood's like maple syrup. I don't know what happened.
But I taste delicious.
They put that stick in my arm. It was like a tree's tap. It was like a tree tap just pouring out. It was a nice caramel brown color. I thought it looked tasty. I'd put it on my pancakes. We got Sarcastro 78 for a tenner. Eat your oatmeal, your blood sugar, and often. Eat your oatmeal, your blood sugar, and often. Gloriously, I have 3D printed Wilford Brimley Force Ghost figure. That's cool.
There you go. That's very cool. The things you could do with 3D printing now. That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Now you can put the little light under him so he glows, and it's diabetes.
He glows in the dark.
Michael Steele 9010 for a 5. So bars can't mix Red Bull and booze, but these maniacs can do this?
Apparently, man. I have no idea. That's great. That's crazy to me.
Is there a
and dangerous?
Is there a thing that like bars can't use Red Bull in cocktails now?
I don't know. I don't drink, so I don't know. But it's crazy to be mixing Red Bull in with anything, I think.
Have you ever heard of a 9 Loco?
You're smiling, so you got something queued up. But no, I've never heard of a 9 Loco.
Well, you know about like 4 Locos, right?
Oh, yeah. That was big when I was in high school.
Yeah. Well, a 9 Loco is if you take a 4 Loco and add a 5-hour energy to it.
I bet we know some idiots that did that.
We probably do. There's a high likelihood of it. But thank you for the
probably
5.
Not long for this world.
I just think of I'm having chest pains. Brian Ross 5243 for a 5. Hell, the Crumbl hand soap they sell at Walmart has a half pound of sugar in it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Why can't I just stop licking my hands? I don't understand it. We got Side Scroller 77 for a 5. Sugar was the #1 cause of tooth decay during the Middle Ages. And the best part is they didn't even realize the two were linked together.
Yeah, that's like I want to have a conversation with God about this when I eventually meet him. It's like, why did you set us up to run on glucose, but our teeth would decay with exposure to sugar? Like you look at other animals, they don't have that kind of a tooth decay. Like the vegetarian, like they don't. Why does sugar decay teeth, but we run on glucose? That's crazy. If you're, the people that do carnivore, they find that like there's no plaque on their teeth. You still should like clean your teeth, like to get the, just clean it for germs, right? But like no way different tooth decay. Anyway, it's just an interesting topic. Why are we programmed to need glucose, but sugar is so lethal?
What the heck, Jesus? All right, Rangev 248 for a 10. Have we gotten to the Pop-Tart flavored liquid death or the Mountain Dew seltzers yet? God help us all. Is that a thing? Is there a Pop-Tart? Okay.
Okay, now I don't think there is because Pop-Tart, there is no Pop-Tart. There's just all of the Pop-Tart is a brand and there's all the flavors underneath it. So a Pop-Tart liquid death. I mean, what is it? Yes, it is. It is Pop-Tart liquid. Oh my God, is this real?
Pop-Tarts Carnage is a limited edition black iced tea by Liquid Death that tastes like frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts, complete with a toasted pastry undertone. The rebellious beverage features only 4 grams of sugar and 43 milligrams of natural green tea and coffee per can. It is...
What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this world coming to? Why? Oh, sweet heavens.
All right.
Is there different? Are these all? No, it's just the Pop-Tarts Carnage.
You know?
I thought you were kidding. I thought Rangav was kidding.
Low-key, I'd try it.
You know, man, I do these streams. We try to have fun. And then it seems like every time we go live, there's some ungodly machination that I discover is a reality. A Pop-Tart drink. This should not exist. This is Donald Trump's America. This is what happens. Oh.
You can't drink that. You're gonna die. If you feed one of these to RFK, I think he would implode on himself. He'd get sucked into a.
he would turn into a black void.
It'd be like Mr. McSpitalix from DC. He'd be like, "You got me," and he'd get sucked back into his dimension.
We've gone on too long.
What's the super chat goal for us to try that?
What's the super chat?
What's the super chat goal for us to try the Pop-Tarts Carnage?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on there now. You said it. I think we're gonna have to set a goal because goals are working. I think we're gonna set a pretty nice goal, a pretty fair goal. But you're the one doing it. Tom will try the Liquid Death Pop-Tart drink on stream. Yeah. I dig that. There's a goal. There you go. Yeah. 10 supers of any color, and Tom will do it. There you go. Great idea.
I will 100%
Rangav,
do
thank
it.
you.
We got Rangav 248 for a 5. As a type 2 diabetic, the fact that the only main brand cereal I can eat is Cheerios is shocking, or was shocking.
I'm sorry to hear that because Cheerios is like the worst cereal. And Waffle Crisp is the best.
No, but that's the problem with cereal, though. That is the problem with cereal. Like, for some reason, it's like catered toward, like, it's marketed towards kids, but there is zero reason that any person should actually be eating cereal.
What, you don't like cornflakes?
No, personally, I don't. But specifically,
yeah, I don't either.
Like, if you look at the Frosted Flakes is just sweetened cornflakes. There's no reason that you should be feeding that to your kids.
Humans shouldn't be eating cereal. That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
tastes good though. Waffle Crisp is good. I haven't had cereal in a long time.
I'm looking at like almost half a decade. I think I'm getting to that point of like it's been
almost 5 years. You think?
Probably 5 years since I haven't had cereal since like maybe even longer. Maybe when I was back in like high school. Honestly, I used to pound it back, but.
This is a really interesting one. Jason here says people used to think it was healthy. So look into, we don't have time to get into it on this stream, but look into the history of cornflakes. I am so serious. Look into the lore of the Kellogg family and cornflakes and what Mr. Kellogg was doing in his spare time to himself, because good God, it is unsettling. And what the intention for what cornflakes was supposed to do to men. Okay, there was yeah, go ahead, take a look into that in your spare time. Sometimes history should just stay in the past.
It is a very interesting story, I will say.
It's an
We
interesting
got
story.
Jacob Bauman for $4.99. There's one heart high, fellas. How's it going,
That's
Jacob?
the one. That's one for us to poison Tom with the liquid death
One
Pop-Tarts.
and then we got SS97 Sephiroth for a 5 for the goal. LOL drink up. That's 2.
Oh man.
I'll do it. I'll do it. We, either, if we hit the goal, either Friday or on when we have Fake Cast on Saturday, I will do it.
We will do it. Well, let's not make promises of when we'll do it because we got to go track it down. So we got to see if we can find it. We don't know if it's in stores.
It's going to turn into me this is going to be my blue milk of where I have to drive around to find it.
Yes, we have to. How many hours did you do? I was in the car for 4 hours looking for the liquid death Pop-Tarts.
I drove 3 states over to find the liquid death Pop-Tarts. We got Kyle Hip Chen in 1677 for $1.99. Check out the road to Wellville for Kellogg.
Yes, yeah. The Kellogg story is a fascinating one. But all right, Tom, we still we have a lot of topics we got to continue through. Keep it moving, and let's get back to the news.
Let's get back to the news.
Nintendo.
Crocs Super Mario Collection coming July 15th. Ready for the jump? Designed for fans of all ages, the Crocs X Super Mario Collection showcases the Mushroom Kingdom with Crocs' signature comfort and self-expression in a world where imagination and everyday life collide. The collection features elevated design elements including custom back straps, 3-dimensional graphics, and exclusive co-branded Jimmits charms. Super Mario Collection will be available from Wednesday, July 15th, 2026 on Crocs.com, Nintendo Store, and select wholesale partners globally.
Wow. Can you scroll up? Let's or are there pictures on here?
There is. So it goes through. So this is the
Can you zoom in more?
Sure. So this is your regular one. And we got
all right, now you got to hold on. We got to go through each one at a time.
Well, there's lore behind them. They have whole statements on them.
I like that one. I like that one. I haven't seen that one. I have seen these before we streamed. I don't dislike that one.
No. I'm sorry. Okay. There is
what?
There is a specific. If you are a child and you wear these, yes.
I don't know.
I think these are so.
I think
like you are this is the brightness.
I think
of it,
I think you're saying mean things about D-Day Cobra right now. If I'm being for real, because he's going to be all over these.
There's other ones in there that I will concede with, going like, "Hey, this ain't bad. I'd get them." But this one specifically, the Mario and the Luigi one, this is like, oh, here's my little 6-year-old. We got him Crocs, and he picked out the Mario ones because he loves Mario. That is who these are for. The adult ones for these, I don't think. Take your look to the next level with Super Mario Classic Clog, styled with details from the iconic game. This clog features a blue colorway with a graphic print including coins, superstars, and green shells. The sole is wrapped in dimensional detailing like a pipe set against grass and ground terrain. Super mushrooms adorn the outer rivets, and a question mark block badge is fixed to the back strap. The upper is personalized with 8 exclusive Jibbits charms, including Mario and Luigi. So these are removable. So you can take these off. These are not.
Yeah, those look like they look removable. All right, okay. Are we gonna need to make a tier list of the Nintendo Crocs, because it looks like there's a lot more of them than I knew? I'm gonna start putting it together. Let's continue. You introduce them.
Together. Yes, I will. I specifically bring up that these are removable because there are some here that you cannot. So this is the first one. This is like the basic, just like, hey, this is Mario. Then you have the Mario ones. Like these are supposed to be Mario.
I don't like them.
These are the cosplay ones. You got the hat. You got the 3D block and mushroom And the star. So this is the Mario Classic clog. These are only an adult sized. So the other one was an adult and kids. This is only adult. This is not for children. This
You know
one does
why
not
I
have
don't
a
like
child
these?
sized.
Look at how it's all plushy on top. It's all felt on top. But they're shoes. They're going to get dirty. And you can't
Get
clean
very
that.
dirty.
It's going to get gross. I don't like it. Ka-chow.
I think that I think the problem is if it was because they have Crocs that are lined. If it was a lined Croc and the inner was like felt, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I think they're the color of Mario characters are too bright for shoes. The really bright blues I think are just like jarring to me. I don't know. So that's the Mario Classic clog. Then we got the Yoshi Classic clog. So it's Yoshi green. He's got a little rivet on the top. Big. I'm curious. Wait, now is this only adult sized? Okay, here's the problem I'm finding really quickly. All of these should be children sized. The fact that they are gatekeeping the Mario Crocs to just adults is a little bit crazy. The Yoshi Classic clog, whether you're racing through the day or taking it slow, the Yoshi Classic clog from the Super Mario Collection keeps the adventure afoot. The bright green clog breaks the mold with Yoshi's orange fins stretching across the upper and with white and orange character details around the sole. 6 exclusive Gibbets charms are included, like a Yoshi egg and an apple. All right.
Wow.
What do you think about the
They're
Yoshis?
included? I like the Yoshis. I dig it. Yep.
Okay.
Do you not like the Yoshi Classic clog, Tom?
I want us to give our review when we get to the
tier list?
I want us to.
All right. Well, I do have it queued up, so we will do it. We will do the tier list.
Then you got the Bowser one, so you got the Bowser Classic clog. The King of the Koopa is here. The Bowser Classic clog from the Super Mario Collection brings powerful style to an everyday essential. The comfortable clog is colored in Bowser's classic palette with a green upper, red-orange edge detail, and a yellow sole. 7 fearsome PVC spikes are fixed to the vamp of each shoe, with 5 more spikes punctuating the back strap. Bowser's character mark sits on custom rivets, so you know it's showtime. And then I think this is the last one, is the Peach one, the Princess Peach Classic Platform Clog. Get the royal treatment in the Princess Peach Platform Clog from the Super Mario Collection. The sparkling style features a glitter platform sole with a matching pink upper accented by dimensional scalloping detail. 7 exclusive Gibbets charms decorate the top with brilliant fixed jewels adorning the back strap. And then you have your Gibbet set. So you have the different colored Yoshis, you have the Koopa guys, you have Mario and friends, and that is...
Yeah,
that is it.
So here's a big point to throw out there. Most of these are retailing for the price of $79.99.
Ooh.
Yeah, $80 US for Yoshi, Mario, and Bowser. The Super Mario one that I liked is $69.99, and the kids version is $54.99. The top of the line here, the top shelf is the Princess Peach one, clocking it at $89.99.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
Platform. These are they're raised. Yeah, so they're bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Could you imagine? Here, take a look. Yeah, $89.99 for the Peach ones. Like this is insane. And this Mario one is terrible. You know, it's unfortunate because you know it's definitely going to sell out. It's going to sell out really fast, but that felting is going to get so dirty. This is a collector's item. You're not supposed to use it. Whereas some of these other ones, like, yeah, you could definitely use them. Here's another thing. Here's another problem that I have with Crocs is the sizes are usually terrible. So for men, it goes up to a 13. Men's 13 is those shoes are too small for me. So I'm a disappointed. I can't even participate in the Mario Crocs because they're not large enough. But with that, Tom, all right, so we have shown them off. I think it is time for us to rank them.
Oh yes.
We have our tier list for the Super Mario Crocs, starting with the Yoshi. Where do you place the Yoshi? I
Yoshi.
think price point is in play here. We could judge them based on price as well.
I am thinking the Yoshi ones. Yoshi isn't bad. I don't really hate the Yoshi. But I would say I'd give it a B.
Really? You're coming in with a B. That's a little.
Well,
That's a little early.
Where do you think it should go? Are you thinking higher or lower?
I think this is an A. I think this might be the best one on here. I think it's an A. But I'll settle for a B.
Nah, put it.
If it's a B,
put it in A.
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, I don't know if any of these are going to be S tier. I'm going to be real. I don't think any of them are S tier.
Well, I'll tell you, the next one being the peach one, I think that's an immediate D for price point. I think the design of it is kind of I don't like glittery things. The fact that it's $90, yeah, no.
It's clearly for girls. Like it is for girls. That's okay. But like, yeah, it is more expensive. And I think if I may, if there's a girl wearing this, it's going to be a child. And like, if you're an adult wearing this, don't.
But that's the problem. There is no child sized for this. It's only adult sized.
Yeah, that's like, it's a little concerning. It's like, yeah, anybody, it's like if you're wearing this unironically and you're a woman, guys should run because you're probably dangerous. Like you're probably a little crazy in the head. You know, I feel like guys can get away wearing Crocs because you know that the guys are like, you know, they're confident in themselves a little bit. But I think flip it around, you know, I think if a girl's wearing these, they might be a little dangerous. Maybe just a little cuckoo. You know, a little cuckoo in the head.
I think you should specify specifically these. It's not the issue of they can't wear Crocs. It's the issue of these.
Oh, no, I meant these. I do mean these specifically. Yes. Yeah, I think these, like, that is a neon sign. Like, looking at this, it is a neon sign of stay away. You know, that's just how I think.
It is the Baby G watch. It is the Grogu watch of get out of there.
Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there. So I think you're right. I think that is our low tier. That is a D.
That's a D.
Bowser. Where does the Bowser one go?
I like Bowser. I kind of like these. I like that the spikes aren't gibbets. They are actually in the shoe because I feel like the spikes would pop out super easy. I don't.
That's right.
The problem with it is the Lightning McQueen Croc is still a shoe. The problem I have with that is that it's going to. It's all of these are cosplays. These are all cosplay things. And that's the issue.
You wouldn't wear this like a shoe? It's still a shoe.
No, but like the Lightning McQueen Croc, you can wear and be like, yes, this is a shoe. I feel like this is a little bit too far. I probably would still. I'd put it in.
This is too far for you?
I like it a lot. No, it's getting there. It's not that it is too far. It's getting there. I'm going to be honest. I probably would pick those up.
The more he looks at it, the more he's like, actually, those are kind of gas.
I like Bowser. I don't dislike him. I think they're neat. I think probably.
All right. So does it beat Yoshi?
I don't think anything on here is S. I don't think anything on here is an S. I feel like.
So where would you put this? B or C?
I'd say B. I think the Yoshis you could probably get away with. The Bowser's, then the spikes protruding out of it. It's like, oh, this is very clearly, you know, a Bowser Croc. Are you changing to specifically put All right.
Yeah, this goes in the F. That is a terrible shoe. The Mario goes in Mario F tier. Do not buy. I do not recommend. It's way too expensive for that felt garbage. It's not. As soon as it gets dirty and you can't clean it, you wasted your money. It's a collector's item. It's not meant to be a shoe. If it like wasn't that felt piece there, it would be cool. But even then, underneath it, it's just a blue Croc. This is the worst one here.
It's very like, like okay. The reason why they did the felt is because they're trying to make like it's like the hat. It's like his hat. I don't think it. Like
I understand what they're trying to do, but I don't have to like it, and I don't. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think it's I'm okay conceding the F. I'm okay. I think
that's
it higher than that. I wouldn't.
That gives us the last one here, which is just the Super Mario Bros. Where does that rank?
I think it's a B.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think it's a B as well. I like it, but I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy any of these because I can't wear them. But okay, so that's our tier list for the Nintendo Crocs, which I'm sure some of our friends here on the internet will also be buying them. And let us know in the comments if you're getting these, if you're going to be picking them up for the retail price of $69 and $79. This is nuts how expensive these are. But hey, that's Nintendo.
I very am curious to see how well they sell. I'm curious, is it going to be a snap your fingers, they're gone, or is it going to be a slow burn of, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably going to sell out fast because it's going to be a limited time thing. Before we continue, we got some gifts, donations. Let me see. Walter Tomas sent a high five for 100 jewels. Walter Tomas also sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. Brian Ross sent a happy poop for 10 jewels. Cappy sent a laughing disco and a happy poop for 10 jewels. Thank you for that. You guys are watching on mobile. That's pretty neat.
Shout out. Okay. And
all right, Tom, take us back to the news. This is a big topic we got to get to now.
You got it. Get that out of here. Sony's new God of War Laufey game abandons Kratos for female lead.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. So this was announced yesterday at the PlayStation State of Play. It was their final announcement where they touted, we have 20 minutes of gameplay for you to check out. And they revealed the new God of War game, God of War Laufey, right? Isn't that how they're saying it now? It's not Laufey, it's Laufey.
Yeah, it's Laufey
in the game.
That's right. Yeah, very exciting here. God of War is being replaced. Kratos is being replaced. Now, there's a lot of things to say. There's a lot of problems in gaming. This game would not have been greenlit today. Okay, let's just be clear on that. If this was pitched today, it would not have happened. But now let's play it back. Like, when did God of War Ragnarok come out? I think it was 2021, right? So 2021, God of War Ragnarok. Okay, it is now 2026. Think of the time gap there, right? So you had 2018 was God of War 2018. 2018, 19, 20, 21. So 4 years. 4 years in between God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. And now we've had 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and no release date yet for Laufey. Now, we could assume it's going to be next year, so that'll be 6 years. Let's say it's 2027. That's 6 years between God of War games. this is a continuation of that story. This is not a prequel. The original leaks behind this were that this was going to be a prequel. It's not. This is an interlude. It takes place at the same time as the 2018 and Ragnarok games. It's going to be involved in everything. And likely it's going to undermine the journey that Kratos and Atreus were on. So clearly this was greenlit about 4 to 5 years ago. Cory Barlog, the director behind the game, has been on the record saying that he wanted to do a game with Faye. He wanted to continue her story. There's so much more of her story to tell that was in his head canon when he was making 2018 and Ragnarok. But that does bring us to a discussion point of, Ragnarok set up some loose ends for the next game. It's set up for another story with Atreus. There's also the setups from previous God of War games that kind of alluded to the idea that Kratos might take on other mythologies, that he might go to Egypt and he could take on the Egyptian mythologies. That seems interesting. Maybe there's a story to be told there. And instead, we've waited what would be 6 years. And the follow-up is the replacement of the protagonist. Tom, you saw the State of Lame, as I like to call it. What are your initial thoughts on this opening cinematic?
I have a lot of feelings about it. I have a lot of things that I don't hate the concept of doing spin-off titles with different characters. I don't think that's the problem here. I think the problem is how it's going to implicate into everything else. Because in the the synopsis they give, if I remember correctly, it's something about it's like, oh well, she's working behind the scenes to make sure that Kratos and Atreus are able to actually succeed. And I don't particularly like that. I like to imagine that these characters succeeding was their own success. It wasn't a matter of, well, the only reason they were able to do that is because of this. Like, the other thing too is, I'm curious to see where they take it, but wasn't, her waking up here after dying and it being this completely new zone where there's other gods from other denominations. I believe the big red guy is a Buddhist god, and then the other
Tibetan.
is okay.
Egyptian. Yeah.
Is it going to be that she didn't die, she teleported to a new area, or is this a new area? Because if I remember correctly, some of the plot lines for previous villains was the fear of death. So if there is just a new plane, then what's so scary about it? You just go here. I feel like it complicates some of the previous lore that you had implied. I don't know if this was the best choice to make. Here's the problem I have with it, and can you skip forward a little bit to when right there? Perfect. The gelatinous cube is where I have the biggest problem.
Just this shot. This shot. And the colors. Color scheme, the green and the purples, the pinks. This is Veilguard coded, dude.
It's very heavily D&D coded. It's very heavily just that weird. It's super AAA. It's super D&D. It's all of these things that you can count on your hands and go, yeah, I don't know now. Because previously, God of War 2018 and Ragnarok was, founded in Norse mythology. Now that we're going astray, and now it's going to be, hey, this is our new world, and we're pulling people in. There's no real set of rules the way you did before. When you
everything about this is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
conventional, but but that's also incorrect because it's not Dungeons and Dragons as it was originally created. This, what we are staring at here, is 5th edition 2024 Wizards of the Coast of the modern day Dungeons and Dragons, which the lore is very, 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 very different from what it originally was when the game was created. Okay, this is the fancy and you're just skipping around fantasy, right? Like cherry picking high fantasy. Oh, it's all exciting and mysterious and Feywild stuff. Like that's what it is now. That's what the high fantasy is now. It's the veil guarding of things. That's what this looks like. And you're judging it by the trailer. That's what you're supposed to judge it by. I'm sick of people saying like, oh, well, you're judging these things based on a trailer. You haven't actually seen the full game. Okay, well, this is what they put out. Okay, this is what they gave us to judge. And what I'm seeing here is it means it's going to have every problem. And as you were saying, listen to the dialogue for this. It is millennial AAA garbage dialogue. The reason people are comparing it to Forspoken is not because there's a woman in it. It's because it sounds like Forspoken. It sounds like did I just move that with my mind?
It's you're running around with special items that talk to you that shouldn't,
yes.
In Forspoken, it was the bracelets. In this, it's not the sword, it's the ribbons on the sword.
It's the ribbons on the sword. How funny.
And we have to clarify that we're the ribbons on the sword. We're not the sword. And right. Frank, his name is Frank. I believe it's spelled PHRNK, RNQUE. So it's not, traditional Frank. It's different, but it's just that
isn't it funny? Isn't it so silly? Like it's millennial humor. It's millennial coded garbage.
I don't. This goes back into the thing that I've been saying this entire year of it doesn't need to be bad, and it's still right now is one of those things that we're just we're calling it like we see it. All right, it has this, it has this, it has this. That usually means that it's probably not looking too bright for this thing. But at the same point in time, I don't think that this couldn't have worked. I think it needed a little bit of better framing. I think out of all of the characters to choose to do your next game off of, choosing the character who has been dead since the first game in this iteration is a very not good choice. Like, why wouldn't you have done this just Atreus? Like, it was set up to go into Atreus. If you want a setup of like, all right, maybe down the line we go back to and then we do like a Frey game.
Look, they set it up in Ragnarok, dude. They set it up in Ragnarok where he sees Faye for I don't think she's in 2018. She maybe is a flashback. No. Maybe there's one, or I didn't remember. But in Ragnarok, she's there, and we were playing it, and I remember being like, "That's Deborah Ann Wall. That's Karen Page from Daredevil." And right there, that should have been a tell because it's not only is it an actress, but it's also a 1-to-1 of her. There's something to say about that. I mean, that's a different topic, but like. It's a 1-to-1 of her, but they uglified her in the game. Deborah Wilson can play herself in every game she's in. She's never hidden behind CGI, despite the fact that other games have to uglify the female characters and the men for that matter. This is I said when this aired, this is the final boss of AAA gaming. This is the worst of the worst. Because you took the biggest franchise on PlayStation. It arguably it is the biggest PlayStation exclusive franchise. And you've removed the protagonist. You've removed the male protagonist. Okay. You've injected millennial humor into it. Okay. You've also, and here's something that's completely nobody's talking about nearly enough. Everything has now been mishmashed together. This world is where the gods go when they die. Oh, so Kratos exploring Egypt is gone now. Means nothing because it's mishmashed in here. Kratos exploring Tibetan mythology, doesn't matter. It's mishmash. It's here now. Kratos exploring all these other places. You know, going from God of War 3 to God of War 2018, there was a mysteriousness to it. There was a what's really going on? You're really reading into things. How is Kratos here? How do we go from Greek lore to Norse mythology? How do we go from Greek mythology to Norse mythology? And you're really paying attention to all of the little details. Reading all the collectibles that you find. There's one moment, and Tom, then I'll kick it over to you. When you're in hell in 2018,
yes. I was gonna bring
and
it up.
you look in the background and you see this big ass raven. And as a player, you look at that and you're playing as Kratos, the God Killer. And you see that for a moment, and it's way out in the distance. It's not something you can access. And it's just the big ass raven sitting there. And as a player, you go, whoa, that's unsettling. Whoa, that's neat. I feel unsettled. I'm playing like we just fought a giant something or other, and I look out there and there's just this big ass raven. It's not connected to the story yet. They say a couple things like, yeah, he's waiting for Ragnarok. And you're like, oh, there was mystery to the world. There was immersion. Immersion is gone for this game. It's just we're throwing everything at the wall. We've given it to writers who've clearly I would say activists are involved in this. Ideologists are involved in this. People that have come in to change things with the intent to change things. It's there. You can't hide. You can't pretend it's not there. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, you know, you're just upset that it's a woman and it's a gender swap. No, because I'm also upset that Control, the upcoming Control 2, is replacing a woman for a guy. I'm not a fan of that either. I don't like that. So Jesse Faden is the protagonist of Control 1, and now it's her brother in Control 2. So they have replaced Jesse. I don't like that either. That's not good. Not when the story was incomplete for Jesse in Control. Alan Wake 2. They replaced Alan with Saga Anderson for most of Alan Wake 2. I don't like that. I wanted Alan Wake to be the protagonist of the Alan Wake game. I want Kratos, the God of War, to be the protagonist of the God of War game. So, I don't know. I hope this burns. I hope this explodes in everyone's faces. And, you know, I own a PlayStation and I play a lot of games on PlayStation. I cannot wait to get a Steam machine, dude. I cannot wait because I can't wait to entirely abandon PlayStation. PlayStation, they're done to me. They're done in my mind. But Tom, what are your thoughts?
I'm glad you brought up the whole when you're in Niflheim in 2018, because right before you see the big bird, there is the cutscene of them landing there, and you have to go find Atreus, and you see Zeus. You see Zeus in Niflheim. So, and that's how you know, Mimir figures out that you're Kratos. And you know, 2018, there is this reverence and this like kind of hush hush about Kratos being Kratos, because there's the, oh, he's the God Killer. Oh, this is the guy who completely took out his entire pantheon. And you know, it ties into Atreus resenting the fact, like 2018 is just the better game. But I have a strong feeling that this isn't where they go when they die. This is a third space. This is going to be a you know, not actual death. This is going to be a new specific world, because apparently part of the lore is that it's like, oh, they want to go here to, you know, there's wild magics here that the different gods are trying to find. Yeah, you got the big old bird, and then Zeus shows up, and it's like, oh crap, he's here.
Yeah, this was unsettling when I played the game. And I got up to the bird, and it's like the way it's like kind of the camera just turns and there's the bird sitting there, I'm like, whoa, that's unsettling.
Yeah, and
But
I'm curious to see how this does. I'm curious to see how people respond to it, because as much as, you know, people are being like, yeah, I don't really like this, you do have your people being like, oh, you know, day one purchase for me, I can't wait for this. And you know, part of, you know, usually the go-to is it's like, oh, these people are shills, but like I have to imagine there are people looking at this and going like, oh yeah, this looks cool, I'll get it. You know, I'm curious to see how it plays out. I'm curious to see. I will say it's funny that like here's 20 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay, and there's probably a solid 5 minutes of actual gameplay, because
I'd say
15
less
minutes
than
of
that.
it
Well,
is
yeah, but it's all
cutscenes.
walking. It's cutscene walking. It's walking through cutscenes. It's not real gameplay. Everything about this is a Dungeons and Dragons experience. This is not God of War. It doesn't feel like God of War. This is the kind of thing you'd queue up in a D&D game when you're trying to win somebody over to play your game. This is like literally in a D&D game. If you're playing with somebody that's new, that's never played D&D before, if you're a smart DM, you give them a weapon that speaks to them. You give them you give them a silly companion. You give them a talking cat. You give them a weapon that talks to them, that says silly things. You know why? Because it's supposed to buy them in to playing the game. And like, you doubled that in the, like, Tom, this is the opening of the game.
I know, it's the first 20 minutes.
This is the first 20 minutes. So in the opening of the game, whereas the opening of God of War is introducing you to Kratos, it introduces you to Atreus. You run around, you have to fight some of the zombies, right? And in the end of the first 20 minutes of God of War 2018 is you fight one of the trolls, one of the giant trolls. And that's how the cutscene ended. But with this, we are it's as if we're moving too fast but also too slow. And I don't know how studios keep doing that. I don't know how they do that, but yeah, we open up here. She runs along. She meets a Quirk Chungus plushie that's going to be sold as a plushie. You know it. I mean, look at this thing. That's absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's cute. It's got a big tongue. It's like a lizard puppy. You know, absolute Quirk Chungus nonsense. And then we cut ahead. Boom. We've already been introduced to two of the antagonists. They might be the only antagonists. Who knows? Who knows? But the implication is that there's going to be lots of gods to fight in this game. This isn't a filler game. This isn't like a middling game. This is meant to be a full entry.
Yeah.
We move along. You know, oh, there we go. We got the two of the antagonists for this game. Clearly, there's something else out there that's not good. You know, so now that piques your interest. You're a little more interested. And then she's already introduced to the what I would assume is the Brock and what was it, Sindri of the game with her two companions, which is one is a sword and the other is a gelatinous cube. And best, she's got the power inside of her all along.
No, but you like I don't know. They refer to her as like a godling. Isn't she supposed to be a giant? Isn't the whole point that she's a giant?
She is a giant. She's not a god. She's not a god.
Well, I think
but also,
it was a questionable way to end the state of play, and I'm very curious to see how this fully plays out. I'm curious to see.
There's also something to be said. This game's going to have a lot of baggage. Because this game's going to need to explain, why didn't she just tell Kratos what was going on? Why did everything have to be a mystery for Kratos and Atreus to discover? Why couldn't she just tell them what was going on with Ragnarok? You know, she left the murals behind. But like, and also, how does she know all that? Why did she know all that?
If I remember correctly, so part of the reason why it was so hush-hush is to make sure it was to prevent Odin from knowing stuff. But that
Right,
and like
right, but
that you were able to work with that. But like now this is just going to complicate things. And that is where it's like if it was a prequel, at least it'd be like, okay, this was set up. This is the explanation for the setup. Still not good, but I don't know.
look, this game, it would have been better to continue and do something new and do something fresh, because now you're creating a reality where you're going to be injecting more questions into a universe that already still has too many outstanding questions. And this isn't going to answer them all. So I think that's it here. Wife of War breaks the internet. Kratos, there's an interview with Corey Barlog where he specifically says, oh, well, there's always going to be Kratos games. Is there? Because it's 6 years to this one. So we haven't had a mainline new installment for Kratos in 6 years. And now knowing that we're getting the remix. I didn't want the remix. What happens next? What happens for Atreus next? The Ragnarok ends on a cliffhanger, insinuating there is more to happen in this story. When are we getting that? Because it's going to be another 15 years at this point before we get it. So, I don't know. I'm not happy about this. I think this is terrible. This is a terrible decision. I think this is going to hurt the franchise overall. It's going to hurt the God of War franchise overall. People are really not happy about it. And anybody that is happy about it is a shill idiot. Because guess what? We never spent time with Laufey. We don't actually know much about Laufey for you to be like, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, the combat looks the same. It looks similar, but with a sword and a little bit faster versus Kratos. So I don't know. I'm not thrilled. I'm really disappointed. So
unfortunately, well, with that, let's get back to the chat.
Yeah.
To y'all, we got SS97 Sephiroth for a 5. I wouldn't be as angry if Kratos was the main character and it was the story of how he met Faye and maybe done something similar to Ragnarok like Frigga. They could have actually done a prequel game of how Kratos got to here.
They still haven't explained it very well. But part of me says I don't think they ever will.
No, they're probably going to just leave it to like, oh well, he found a way.
Right.
We got SS97 Sephiroth for a 5. I'm done with Sony too. I'm trying to get money together to build a great gaming PC now, and just call me Sephiroth. Wiz knows me from the Pro Show chat. You got it, Sephiroth.
Yes, I do.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm excited for the Steam Machine. And if the Steam Machine is modifiable, if you could put your own components in there, then that means it has a longer shelf life for sure. But also on the channel, we have Souls of Grim sent a gold coin for 10 jewels. And Brian Ross sent a happy poop for 10 jewels. That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous naming convention.
Not the happy poops.
Not the happy poops, dude. What are we doing?
It is running late, but I think we do still have time for another story.
Let's do it.
Article. And I think we are. What are we at right now in the goal of me having to drink
we are halfway there. We are at 5 out of 10.
There.
Yeah, we're half there. So if you guys want to see Tom poison himself with sugar, you got to hit that goal.
I shotgunned the gross Mountain Dew. That wasn't pleasant.
No.
All right.
Let's get to the news.
Let's get to the news. 007 First Light put up massive launch day sales numbers. You have my permission to buy.
Wow. Good opener. Yeah, so here we are. 007 First Light. I have played it. I am working on a review for it right now. We're going to be posting that over on the Fake Wizards channel, plural, because there's multiple wizards. And I enjoy it. I like the game. But let's go through this article because we're talking about sales numbers now.
Yes. 007 First Light was already shaping up to be one of the biggest games of 2026, and its launch day sales numbers indicate it could very well live up to that high standard. As shared by IO Interactive, who both developed and published the game, First Light managed to sell 1.5 million units in its first 24 hours. The game was initially available on May 26 for those who pre-ordered it digitally, with the full launch following 1 day later. 1.5 million units, 1 day. That's big.
Yeah, that's big. It's not bad. This game is really expensive though, so 1.5 million units sold, I don't think is going to be enough to cover the budget. Like, this game still has a rough road ahead. If I may, I think the positioning of this article and all of the articles like this are to create more excitement than there might actually be, because this game needs to sell more to be profitable.
So yeah, they put out the tweet. This was confirmed from them. This wasn't like hey, we have the Steam numbers. This was they themselves was like, hey, we 1.5 million copies. Let's go. I'm curious. I don't think they have put out, because this was on. When did this drop? On Thursday? Was it Wednesday? When did this come out?
So it was a few days early access if you bought it early.
Interesting. So 1.5 in 1 day. I'm curious to see, now that it has been a few days though, where is it out now? I'd be curious too. Is it one of those things where it's like, hey, we had a 1.5 spike and it has significantly dropped since then? Or is it that it's, because I feel like they would have kept on talking about, maybe when we get to like the 1 week out, they'll say like, hey, we've out for a week, we've sold X amount of units, X million copies sold.
Yeah, so the numbers here are slightly disingenuous, because it makes it 1.5 million sales achieved in the first 24 hours, but this number also includes pre-orders and the people who got it early access. So it's just like up to the end of the first 24 hours, it did 1.5 million. I don't think it's fair to say that this thing sold 1.5 million on in a single 24-hour period, when we know that pre-orders were a big deal. People were buying this game early to play it early because it had like 3-day early access. Look, I've spent time with it. I enjoy this game. I'm not done playing with it yet, which is why we haven't been able to finish the review. But no, I think this is good. And the entire point of this game is to reach the younger generation. There's three people. There's three groups of people that First Light is attempting to reach. Firstly, Amazon is trying to present James Bond, the franchise, to Gen Alpha and the Gen Z, okay? Because those two groups of people are not fans of James Bond. James Bond hasn't been interesting to them ever. And the Daniel Craig movies, the last two were piles of crap. So that's not good, right? And James Bond needs to be big because Amazon is making a big push for entertainment. James Bond is one of the properties they just spent a ton of money getting. So how better to introduce this character to people than with a video game? So that's why this game is rated T for teen. But I enjoy it quite a bit. I mean, hey, he is James Bond. He's definitely Bond. And that's pretty good. The second group it's supposed to be satisfying legacy fans. So the game is for young people, but it is also to satisfy legacy fans. And I think it does. I enjoyed it. I like it. I like the game. But then the third group is really one person, and that's the original source material. And I think, as far as I am so far into the game, I think it does satisfy the source material. So I have not found anything in this. I'm about 5 or 6 hours in, and I haven't found anything in this game that I'm like torn apart about. It's a good game. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see.
Well, okay, you say, all right, this needs this game is super expensive to make.
Yes.
What do you think could have, because you're saying that they're pushing the whole 1.5 million aspect of them is to try and not cope, but it's a marketing push to be like, oh, people are buying it. You got to be in on the action here. What do you think would have been or should be the number that they're trying to go for realistically with like an
That's a really great
launch?
question. That's a really good question that I don't have a complete answer for because I don't know what their internal metrics were. What we do know is that this game cost $200 million to produce.
Ooh.
So that does not include marketing budget. That also doesn't. Then we also have to include all of the sales cuts, right? If you sell a game on the PlayStation Store, you'll lose 30%. You sell a game on Steam, you lose 30%. Xbox, 30%. You lose money in all of these places for the sales conversion, right? So, you know, that gets roped into every single sale you lose 30% of. This is another reason why I really can't believe how far away we've gotten from physical editions. I know it costs money to produce the physical editions, but you're losing 30% on the stores taking a cut. So I don't know. I think that's insane. I think that's a lot. But yeah, this game needs to sell a lot of copies. If we're to look at something like Star Wars Outlaws is something that I'm comparing it to. Star Wars Outlaws needed to sell 5 million to start being profitable. And it did not, if I'm not mistaken, it did not come close. It sold about 3. So that did not make money. I think it's the same thing.
It's still pretty early out yet. From your run of it, from your gameplay of it, do you think this is going to be nominated for Game of the Year?
Probably not. I just don't think so. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm really enjoying my time with it. But there are so many games right now. I just don't. I don't think it's. I don't think it's going to be in the Game of the Year conversation. It might be for me personally. Like it might be. Maybe it'll turn out to be my favorite Game of the Year. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. It's a little early on, but I think the 1.5, the celebration with the whole 1.5, oh yes, is to get people excited as if there's that many people buying it, so you need to buy it too. And this is it's part of this is all marketing, you guys. This is marketing. I can enjoy the game and still call out that it's marketing. So, with that, Tom, I think this is a short one, but we got to get back to the people.
Let's get back to the people then. Alrighty.
There we go. Hey, this comment here. It looks almost as good as Star Wars Outlaws. It plays a lot better than Star Wars Outlaws, that's for certain. But
Well,
all right, let me see here.
Bar is not too high for beating Star Wars Outlaws, unfortunately.
Yeah, it still counts for me. I still think it counts. Brian Ross sent in a Turn It Up for 800 joules. Thank you for that,
Ooh.
Brian. But with that, my friends, it is now 9:01. Tom, is there any last minute things we need to announce or talk about now?
I think. Well, you have your show tomorrow. With Mr. Marv. And
Yes.
then there is a possibility of Friday us doing a little bit of a late night
That's right.
post Friday stream, but that is still to be determined. We are not 100% on that, so we may try to stream the Game Awards on Friday if schedules line up. We have to see how things play out, so we're not 100% certain on that one, but we will be back also on Saturday for a fake cast in the AM, the 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, we'll be back on Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow morning, and there's a possibility that Tom and I will stream after Friday Night Tights to cover the Summer Game Fest, which is happening at 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. We might try, but you'll see us go live if we're going to be able to give it a shot. Tomorrow is going to be interesting for us because Tom and I, we're going to stream. Marvin and I are going to stream Culture Crossfire in the morning, and then Tom and I are going to be on the road all day because we're going to meet up with Kata. We're going with Kata. We're doing a double feature. We're going to see He-Man together, and then we're going to see Scary Movie together. So I'm looking forward to that. Haven't seen him in basically almost a year now. So we got a lot to do, but there's also the next thing happening right now. My friends, we are going to be rating the WDW Pro show. He's going live now, and I will be joining that panel in just a few minutes. So until next time, which is tomorrow morning, we'll be back here live at 9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Eastern. Until next time, create, innovate, inspire others to do so as well. I didn't queue up the video. Do we have an exit video? I'm just going to play the fake cast exit.
We've been using the fake cast exit, yes.
Yep. All right, my friends, until next time, create, innovate, inspire, and cancel your Disney Plus subscription. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, I hit all of the buttons. Okay, we're good. Bye-bye. This is a mess. I hit all of the buttons again.
This is the most professional stream.
Oh, the most professional outro ever. All right, we're just going to jump ahead because we got to go.